Hi, my name is Qingyi Wang. The topic I choose is gun control. Talking about gun control, it brings us back to the 1700s. On 1789, September 25, the Bill of Rights was written and was ratified in 1791, December 15. The Bill of Rights had 10 amendments that illustrated the right that Americans should have. The Second Amendment stated that Americans have the right to keep and bear arms to maintain a well-regulated militia, which simply means Americans are allowed to have guns or other arms. At that time, it was not peaceful. America just separated from Britain, and we still have a lot of problems inside our country. It wasn't safe to be anywhere, so I can understand why they wrote this amendment. Time passes. Now we're in the 20th century, a time when almost all the countries are at peace. The only positive way of having a gun that I can think of is to keep yourself safe. However, having gun is the increase of death, either it's crime or suicide. Research shows that 75% of people being killed by purpose are made by guns in 2018. In all the people that died in 2019, 37% of them died from guns, which is a big number of people. In data, every year there's about 115,551 people getting shot by guns. Of those people, 7,957 of them are only children and teens who are under the age of 18. Maybe you can't really feel how terrifying and sad it is, because it is hard if you're not the one who is experiencing it. Now, take 5 seconds to think, what if one of them is your family member, or your friend, or maybe the person you like? What might come to your mind? That will not happen around me. I'm not going to be in that situation. However, it can happen all around you, but you just don't notice it. Many were just walking in the streets, going to work, having school. It is not only the death of people, it is a break of many family, lovers, and friends. Let's watch a video about gun violence that happened in Chicago in 2016.
The 4th of July holiday once again erupted in gun violence. Homicides so far this year already up nearly 50% over last year. NBC News spent the holiday weekend tracking the violence on the streets with police and found an image that says it all. Don't shoot. Kids at play. Today, the grim tally is in. 50 people shot this weekend, 3 of them children. 3 adults were killed. Tonight, our Ron Mott takes us onto the streets with those trying to end the bloodshed.
Since the beginning of the year, Chicago has more homicides than New York and Los Angeles combined.
2 little kids are among the victims of gun violence in Chicago this 4th of July.
Caught in the crossfire last night, 2 young cousins playing at a family celebration. Corey Bondurant is 8 years old. His cousin Tanaya, just 5. Corey's mother, Alicia.
It's sad because I try to protect my kids as much as possible. So for somebody to come out and just open fire, sorry for cursing, and shoot my baby like that, that's crazy. So.
During the weekend we spent on the streets, we tracked shootings near playgrounds and schools. This block is virtually empty, and maybe this has something to do with it.
That's a shame, man. We got to have our kids gated in order for them to play and have some fun.
Raymond Richard is a grandpa now. Used to be in a gang, tries to turn those lives around. Can the police stop all this nonsense?
They can't stop it. Every one of us is better than any one of us. And that means community, police, elected officials. We must all come together, man.
Everybody's working hard, but 72 homicides in June is just ridiculous. That's just unacceptable.
Before the weekend, a gang roundup, 88 arrests, mostly convicted felons. Superintendent Eddie Johnson ordering all hands on deck. NBC News was given rare access to the city's Crime Prevention and Information Center, where officers keep close watch over a vast network of surveillance cameras. This weekend, a little progress. Fatalities down from previous holidays.
There are police everywhere.
Right.
That's obviously not sustainable, or is it?
Well, to a certain extent.
Overall happy, though?
I don't know if happy is the word I use, but I am encouraged.
Still, tonight, 11-year-old Isias Lopez is one of 3 kids recovering from gunshot wounds.
The doctor said that this bullet was meant to kill someone.
A city struggling to contain its violence despite its best efforts. Ron Mott, NBC News, Chicago.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out.
This video has showed us that the problem of gun violence have happened many years ago, but it is still happening now and still increasing. Now, when you're in a pandemic because of COVID-19, there are only 2 mass shootings compared to 2018 with 10 and 2019 with 9. It is less. When you look at this data, you might think that it is decreasing. Isn't it good? However, if you define mass shootings with 4 or more people injured or killed, there were 611 of them in 2020, which had the most mass shootings in years. When comparing with big countries, the US had the most mass shootings, and not only greater by 1, by a lot. Mental health had been a problem with gun violence, especially at this time. When COVID-19 just started, there were robberies, riots, racism, and all kinds of stuff, which had increased a lot of gun shootings. The FBI have found out that most shooters have struggled with mental problems and stresses in their lives. However, it is not an excuse to kill people. Having known all this knowledge, now how do we do something to change it? In this pandemic, I don't promote to protest outside with large number of people. Maybe you like art, dance, sing, or other kinds of stuff. Or maybe not now. When you grow up and learn things, then there's always something you can do to help. That's something you can create to remind people. You can't be stopped right away. Maybe what can be changed is to be strict with owning a gun. Here are 2 arts that I drew based on the information I know. It is just simple art that shows what I mentioned before. The first one is the girl with her family members, lover, and friends. The second one is the change when the girl got killed. This is what all of us can do right now to bring it up and let the others see how important it is. At the end of this video, what I want to say is to be safe, be kind, or maybe pay some attention to this.